from Arizona. All right, we'll be going right by the Trinity River. There's Linda. Her thumb's doing better. The ER doctor's probably out there boxing at the wall right now because he just lost his career as a doctor. You can't go and push somebody. It doesn't matter. I'm her friend. I'm also her husband. I have the right to know and to understand what's going on with her thumb. He didn't feel that was the case. He said something about his wife at home. I said, well, that's fine. My wife's sitting right here. Boy, he got up and then start pushing me. It's like, hey man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just chill out. I'm trying to get off. You know, but he was in a very serious mood. Anyway, we're going to Ninja to pick up your pork gyoza. And what's the other thing? The ramen, the two ramens. Tonkotsu ramen? Tonkotsu ramen and gyoza. Gyoza? Gyoza? Gyoza and tonkotsu ramen. You'll pick up your ramen and gyoza pork. Drop it at your doorstep. Hiya! There's a river that runs through it. We're here at Ninja Sushi Grill. I do highly recommend King of Comedy with Robert De Niro. I'm gonna have to get into that later. It's a masterpiece. Robert De Niro, King of Comedy, Martin Scorsese. It's probably his best work, maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna put it before Taxi Driver. No, I'm not gonna put anything before Taxi Driver, but I am gonna say that you need to go see King of Comedy immediately. I'm gonna watch it again tonight. It's playing for free on YouTube. It is masterful work on the behalf of Robert De Niro, which wins you over big time. Tonkatsu. Is it gyoza?
It's gyoza.
Oh, gyoza. So it's gyoza, and that's pork, and it's tonkatsu? So it's almost like gyoza.
Gyoza.
Oh, gyoza.
Yes.
So it's gyoza. Gyoza. Gyoza, and that's tonkatsu. Got it. Tonkatsu and gyoza. She said gyoza. So tonkatsu and gyoza. Never heard of it. But anyway, it's on the Ninja, and it's Ninja Sushi Grill. So it's complete. It's gyoza and tonkatsu. It's a ramen. Gyoza, I don't even know what gyoza is, but it has pork in it. Okay, so her thumb is better. Let me look at it again. Okay. I say more Neosporin, triple antibiotic. Did he say, wow, we can't right now, ma'am. I'm so sorry. We do appreciate the Hershey's and the what? Is it Mr. Goodbar?
I just don't have any money.
Let me see, I'm right here. This is what she's selling right there. Yeah, we appreciate it.
How old are you, 7?
I used to do that.
I remember being 7.
I used to sell candy bars back in the day when I was 15. Okay. They're selling candy bars over here by Ninja Sushi Grill. I'm trying to think. Let me look at it again one more time.
She was very bold.
Yeah, there's good salesmen. A little pushy though. I've never seen a pushy one like that. They just have to get their attention. Yeah. Did he say anything about it being red and puffy? He say anything?
He said it was just normal.
There's like 7 stitches.
There was 7. I asked the nurse.
He confirmed 7.
No, she confirmed 7.
He was probably maybe a little nervous. Not too bad. That's a big time scab. Boy, it's a nice one though. Those Subway knives. They're probably worse than the Einstein bagels. I still have this one from my front headlight. It probably needed at least a couple of stitches. There. Hers is about an inch, maybe 2. That's more than an inch. That's like 2-inch cut, but I don't know how deep. He was nervous. I don't think he was new though. I don't think he was new. He must have been able to hint stuff. This looks kind of, to me, kind of Lynchian. Which one is geyutsa?
Gyoza, like kitchen side, not
Gyoza.
kitchen side.
Okay, geyutsa.
Gyoza.
Gyoza.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm all wrong on that. It's gyoza. Gyoza?
Gyoza.
What is it? Gyoza.
Dumpling.
Dumpling. Got it. Is that gyoza?
Yeah.
Gyoza. Okay, I've been informed. It's gyoza. Gyoza. It's a dumpling. I believe Japanese, I'm guessing. Gyoza. Gyoza. I think of the word gay and you and sa to get it there. Gyoza. So you want to kind of focus on gyoza. That's how you gyoza. There's also tokonsha or something, but it's a ramen. Gyoza. It would be hard to comment on it unless you know IPA, which is the International Phonetic Alphabet. You could comment in that if you wanted to make a comment, but you have to look at IPA and then use IPA to make the comment. And that you could probably communicate with when you're only talking about pronunciation only. You want to use IPA. But I believe it's gyoza. That's what I heard, gyoza. But she sounded a little bit different than he. So I talked to one of the short order cooks, or the one of the cooks, and I think he's a short order cook. But gyoza is what I would think, or gyoza or something. So this is Ninja Sushi, and I think it's gyoza. Ever notice sometimes, like when you're using an orange and it double charges you? You ever notice that? Like, I'll use an orange, okay, and then you get double charged. I hate that. You know, when you're using Orange Pay and it double charges you. You know what I mean? That is, no, it's not little Timmy, it's his cousin, and he's going crazy. Let me see, I can find him. We had a good squirrel the other day with weird looking tail.
Right there.
Yeah, I see him. There he is. Yeah, he's a nutty one. He's a squirrely squirrel. They're all the way from New York. Quite the hill. Ninja. I also. Don't push it. Westover. We're back at Westover. So when you drive into Westover Hills, right there is Westover. You got this little camera right here. Like, hello, how are you today? I'm a camera. Westover Hills. When you drop off your gyasa. Like a distant cousin of Clint Eastwood. Never seen so many skinny rich people in my life. I always thought you had to be fat to be a rich person. Guess not. My dad was a big old fat rich guy. But nope. Big old skinny rich guy. Real skinny. There's a lot of them. They're all techie. Well, we won't be returning back to that South Lake ER. And matter of fact, I think that South Lake ER is probably finished. I don't see how they could survive that. Boy, that doctor's an idiot. Most doctors that do that are idiots. Yeah, that South Lake ER is not going to be functioning for a while. This is going to be the Szechuan. The Szechuan is a Chinese restaurant where I saw the lady crying and I had to give her $5. Now here's someone else too. So it looks like they may hang out here for some reason. It just has that kind of vibe. That's the Szechuan.
Oh yeah, I've been there before.
She was right there on the steps and she was crying. So I gave her $5. And she asked for a ride to the shelter, and I said, the food will get cold, I have to do the delivery. She was right there. And boy, she was very upset. Another guy was gonna help her, but unfortunately, he couldn't. So I gave her some of my tip that I'd gotten. You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. I'm gonna go and make this order. It is right there.
Time to watch. Sorry.
Her first name is Jane. Jane Goodall. That is Jane Goodall.
Hello. Hi.
A Sigourney Weaver movie. She was Sigourney Weaver. I mean, she wasn't, but Sigourney Weaver played her in a movie. Dame Jane Morris Goodall. She worked with chimpanzees. And that's this place called Szechuan right here. I want to say the movie was called Gorillas in the Mist. Sigourney Weaver played Jane Goodall. Dame Jane Goodall. Her photo is on that wall right here, which does not make any sense to me at all. I think she's got a couple of them. My goodness. And then look. So she looks younger right there. That's another movie star right there. Jane Goodall, Dame Jane Goodall, appeared at Szechuan. Sigourney Weaver played her in Gorillas in the Mist. She's on the wall there. And the owner somehow knows her. Maybe Fort Worth Zoo. I don't know why she'd be here. This is Camp Bowie. This is Camp Bowie in Fort Worth, Texas. Camp Bowie's a road. I don't know if it's a boulevard. Camp Bowie Boulevard. This is where she had some Szechuan. It must have been a famous Szechuan place. I gotta find Linda. We're gonna get some food at Wendy's. Very strange. I don't believe it, but someone's gonna have to explain it to me. I don't know much about her other than Gorillas in the Mist. I don't know a lot about her. I don't know, you know, I think she was mostly concerned with chimpanzees. That's what the guy in there said. I thought it was gorillas, but she worked with chimpanzees. But Sigourney Weaver played her, right? So she went off and worked with apes in the jungle. And he was talking about chimpanzees. My thing is, was she really working with chimpanzees or did she work with apes? So I have to look at her Wikipedia. I'll talk about it because I'm going to go to that Szechuan again and I'm going to do some research and find out what she worked with, apes or chimpanzees. Did she also work with apes? How long did she work with apes? And what exactly did she do with the apes? Now, from what I know, she did use sign language. Now that was Sigourney Weaver playing her, going to a Wendy's, playing her in a movie called Gorillas in the Mist. But did she really use sign language? We don't know. Sigourney Weaver would know, though. Man, that's amazing to see. Now, the other day, you know, I went in there. If you look at the footage, I was talking about the Beatles right there. When I was talking about the Beatles and Blackbird, I had gone to that Szechuan. It probably is on the food delivery. It was strange because I filmed that wall, never seen Jane Goodall at all. So the original owner must have known her somehow. And it was running that Szechuan restaurant right off the Camp Buoy in Fort Worth. Don't know how that went down. Very strange. It's hard to believe that that was really Jane Goodall, but it looks exactly like her. And then the guy that's running the place, he's taking orders. He said her name to me. I mean, he said, no, it wasn't apes, it was chimpanzees. I said, oh, okay. So then that must have been really her, because he knows about it. The thing about Tom Cruise, the photo at the German restaurant, it was at Crystal's, but he was here. He ate at Crystal's. He might have ate at the German restaurant. May not have, I don't know. But I pay attention to those things when I go into restaurants to see, like, what in the world? Like these famous people going to the restaurants. Now there's John Travolta, who showed up at that Chinese restaurant right off of DFW. And that was kind of a Chinese Szechuan kind of place. He would have been there because of licensings, getting a proper pilot license, and probably stopped by and had some Chinese food. I would suggest, or I would assume, that Jane Goodall was checking out Fort Worth Zoo. You know, because they have gorillas and they have chimpanzees at all the zoos. They have a thing there called Boo in the Zoo in October. But they may have a photo of her there at Fort Worth Zoo. Jane Goodall. Amazing find. That will make headlines on my page, for sure. The ER doctor, Alexander Kirk, you're fired. Goodall was awarded a Peace Medal in 2002. UN Messenger of Peace. The UN Messenger of Peace. UN Messenger of Peace. That's what they gave Jane Goodall. She studied chimpanzees for 60 years. Probably gorillas too. But Sigourney Weaver played her in Gorillas in the Mist. But she was given an award in 2002. UN Messenger of Peace. So she might have been studying peace. She noticed that the chimpanzees got violent with each other for some reason. Don't know why though. Probably because they were jealous about the food. Well, it was Wendy's, now it's the next one. Well, you get 4 tacos for $3.44. You know, it's basically just crunchy tacos with kind of a melt cheese and like a potted meat. I didn't bring my drink thing. They were fighting over food. The chimpanzees, most likely. Territory, maybe. Territory and food. But she went to a Szechuan place, sat down. She must have had some food. Probably a tea. Bounced all the way from Wendy's to Jack in the Box to 7-Eleven. 3 different areas. Now, the punk rock show got raided 2 nights ago, mostly by a fire truck and first responders. I did not get the punk name band, or the name of the punk band, but that's the Ridgely. That's where I set the projectionist, as in the movie. Yeah, not gonna let me either. See if we try pushing the button. The projectionist of the movie, it would be a masterpiece if they only get behind it. but it's about abuse. Not by the projectionist, though. You'd have to read it. It's a screenplay. By abuse of people in power. They kill the projectionist because there's other people that are trying to outsmart him. And he doesn't know better. He falls in love with a woman. Her name is Allie Starlings. And then he meets another woman named Harrison Staples, who he falls for as well. And she's actually Asian. Takes her to Vegas to elope and ends up in Dallas for a while. She studied chimpanzees. Chimpanzees, not apes, but they called it gorillas in the mist. Jane Goodall. She studied chimpanzees.
You watch over here?
Yeah. She studied chimpanzees. Is it chimpanzees? Like, it's not necessarily gorillas. But the movie was called Gorillas in the Mist. What? Why are you shushing? Shush. I studied the art of shush, as in the art of silence. Cool sunset right behind me. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I asked her, do you want to go first?
Because they were fighting over food. So I don't get anything. Because I don't drink beer and I don't drink alcohol and I don't smoke cigarettes.
First, and she didn't answer, so I stepped her further.
Except where we did a scene for Lynn Driver at that 7-Eleven. If you've ever seen clips of all 7 minutes of Lynn Driver.
Yeah, this is a busy
Lynn Driver, sorry.
This is a busy intersection. You be careful, please.
Maybe there's a Glenn in there somewhere. Well, he's supposed to, pedestrians. That's green. And that's also a walk. Yeah, it is. I'll show it. Right here. We got 14 seconds. Get those feet moving. 9 seconds. All right, we're gonna cross this one right here.
Touchy, touchy.
You have to touchy. Hey, come on, let's go this way. Boy, that ER doctor likes to shove people around, huh? I'm an ER doctor, I'm gonna shove you around. Can't they find a way to teach them in medical school to avoid those types of situations? You know, I played a doctor in Heidi Chronicles, not now. I'm gonna wait. Okay, don't bite. Gotta wait for the... There we go, now we're good. Well, I know that, we're born evil. But we can try to at least act good. 25 seconds. 23, 22, going on 20. 19, 18, 17, 16 seconds.
So do you know how far we have to go?
I don't know, I have to pick it up. It's probably ready by now. Yeah, and they double charge if you use the Orange Pay. They don't sell apples there though, do they? We are not animals. We are human beings. We're not to be shoved out of ER rooms like animals. Anthill. Your left shoelace is untied. Warm food warm, right? Hot food hot. That's what I always say. Now we have to cross this way, my hopeful companion. Well, if you go to Wendy's in the morning time, you're really hungry, $3 breakfast. You get the croissant and the potato, sausage or bacon. It'll do you good for $3. It's not bad. $3 is not bad at all. We're gonna pick up your Chinese food. Sidewalk, Sweekie. Sweekie. Sidewalk. We're gonna pick up your Szechuan Chinese food and drop it at your doorstep. This way. Further than I thought.
It's about 5 minutes. All right, get it out. Get it out. Get it out.
It still looks like soda pop, don't worry. They said, follow that light. Keep that light in your eyes. Not a bad command.